Eagles, Bengals, Chiefs, and 49ers. Super Bowl. Who do you think's going to win and why? Ike, I'll give you the floor, and then we'll go through each individual game as well. But who do you think's going to win the big game this year?
Joe Snow. It's just I love Joe Snow. And I think Ryan Clark, he retweeted that video of Joe Snow. Y'all call him Joe Burrow. I call him Joe Snow. I changed his name from Joe Cool to Joe Snow. Man, when Joe Snow threw that ball in the snow and he turned around and then little 360 and then put that thing in slow motion, and you just saw his body language like, oh, I'm here. Y'all know I'm the man. I ain't got to say too much. Make sure y'all get y'all refund checks back. Like when he did that during the warm-ups, I was like, oh my God. This dude, Joe Burrow is a real live rock star. He ain't even trying to be. Like he just so happened to be real good in the pocket, and he ain't even really trying to be. He's so cool in the pocket, he ain't even trying to be. Like he make all the clutch throws, he ain't even trying to be. Nothing rattles him, he ain't even trying to be. Talking about he was missing 3 starting offensive linemen. You know what? Yep. Joe was like, I'm Joe Burrow. Like he don't say it, he just show it. Like, y'all know I'm Joe, right? Y'all know I'm Joe. So Joe Burrow to me is like a skateboarder playing quarterback. Skateboard guys are like modern day hippies. They're real cool. It don't take much for them to be happy. They just real groovy people. Mm-hmm. That's Joe. Joe got that kind of personality. Like, man, y'all know everything I do, I'm just cool. And y'all like Jamar Chase, right? Yeah. Y'all know who the stylist is? Who? It's me. Ask him. Like, dang, Joe, so you just do it all? Yeah, I pretty much do it all. That's how cool Joe Burrow is. So, yeah, I'm taking Joe Burrow since I'm talking about Joe Burrow so much more.
Yeah, you're good, Ike. And I love how during the replay of the playoff game against the Bills that they edited out the refunds comment that he made because they were going to play the game in Atlanta. I love how they edited that out. I don't know if you noticed that, Ike.
No, I saw. Hey, yeah. Joe was like, not on my dime. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but not on my dime.
Ike, I don't think the Bills took advantage with 3 linemen down, and I know the Bills don't have Von Miller. They weren't able to run the ball, which you've been telling me for weeks now. Like every single week you've brought this up with the Bills. Go ahead, Ike.
Mark, I knew sooner or later it was going to happen. Yep. But Mark, they kept talking about, see, this is people who don't watch football. They kept talking about Joe Burrow offensive line. And we talked about this because we thought Pittsburgh should have been doing this earlier. When you have 3 new offensive linemen, the best thing you can do is find what? A running game.
Run the ball. Yep.
And Joe Mixon was hurt during that little run. P-Ron didn't slack off at all when he got enough. Mm-hmm. So you got 2 Oklahoma running backs who are built the same, 6'2" and some change, damn near 230 pounds, look identical. We just all know Joe Mixon is a tad bit better than P-Ron. But other than that, how do you help an offensive line that's depleted? You run the dang ball. And that's exactly what they did in the first drive. They damn near ran the ball, they set the tone, and it was a wrap. But people forget one of them offensive linemen is a second-round draft pick from Cincinnati, so it's not like he's bad. But at the same time, man, I just look at the overall big picture. I seen what Joe Cool did a couple of years ago when they went to Tennessee with a depleted offensive line. I seen what he did. They sacked him 10 times. Tennessee sacked Joe Cool, Joe Snow.
Let me double check. I think it was 9. It was a ton, and that was the season, Ike, where he had the most sacks of any quarterback in the league.
Correct. It still brought him to the Super Bowl. Yep. So now you're talking about 3 offensive linemen, and he's on his way if he can get past, Magic Patty. If he can get past Magic Patty, it's going to be something special. But other than that, Mark, I mean, Joe Cool, bro. I mean, it's just they got the best balanced offense when it comes down to passing and rushing the ball. They just so happen to have somebody special throwing it as well in Joe Cool. But the Buffalo Bills, I've been saying this, they need to draft a big running back. Mm-hmm. Because in the playoffs, you need a running game. Because if you're up in the playoffs, you don't want to give the ball back to the opposing team. So what you do, you run the ball, you run the clock. So you try to give them as less possessions as possible. But now the Buffalo Bills, they don't want to listen to our show. They don't want to come on to Bleav in Steelers podcast with Mark and I and understand like we really be spitting the truth. That's all we asked. We didn't ask the Buffalo Bills to do anything else but to draft a big running back who can take the load a little bit, take the load off of Josh Allen so Josh Allen don't have to be your running back. And when you get to the playoffs, because usually the Buffalo Bills will get to the playoffs, you just hand the ball off. And when you need Josh to throw the ball, you throw the ball with Josh. If you need Josh to run the read option because you got a big running back and everybody crashing down on your running back, Josh will pull it and he become the runner. But no, don't nobody want to listen to us. But sooner or later, we'll find out.
Well, it's like, building a finesse team when you have to endure the elements of Buffalo late in the season. Like, it was 9 sacks for the Titans against Joe Burrow in that playoff game last season, Ike. So just buttoning that up there. Having said all this, I like Joe Burrow a lot, and whichever team wins, you're going to have arguments out there. Is it Joe Burrow? Is it Mahomes? I think it's going to be the Chiefs. They're at home. They're hungry because they have yet to beat Joe Burrow and this Bengals team. The Bengals are 3-0 against the Chiefs. They've had the Chiefs number, but at home and down 3 offensive linemen, Ike, I think the Chiefs take advantage. I don't think the Bills took advantage of that, Ike, a week ago in the playoffs. And I'm going to take the Chiefs at home because we do this all the time too. And it's, where does Mahomes rank? And this is going to be a great showdown. I hope it's a playoff matchup we see for years to come. Right. But I think the Chiefs finally get it done against the Bengals this weekend, and which should be a great game, Mike. But I'm going to take the Chiefs in KC.
I mean, you would. I mean, you from there.
Yeah, I mean,
there right around the corner. Like, ain't no way. They're not going to let you take the Cincinnati Bengals.
Like, I'm out of the will if I don't take the Chiefs in this game.
Correct. So you got to take the Chiefs. But what I will say, that high ankle sprain, nothing to play with. And I call him Magic Patty for a reason because he does a lot. He finds a lot of magic outside the pocket. This high ankle sprain will force him to sit inside the pocket. So if you want to talk about pound for pound receivers, I'm liking Cincinnati receiving core over the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hang on, Mike. Before you do the matchups, though, when Mahomes went down against the Jags, though, and the backup comes in, what did they do? They ran the ball with Panchenko. That's what they did.
No, they did not. Panchenko, I had Panchenko as my fantasy running back, so he did well for me this year. But I'm just saying, if you want to look at receiving core, if you want to look at quarterback, if you want to look at running game, you can damn near say the quarterbacks are the same. The receiving core, you got to nod it off to the Cincinnati Bengals. Tight end, of course, ain't nobody like Travis Kelce. That he's a cheat code. Running game, you got to give it to the Cincinnati Bengals. Mm-hmm. Now, which will be an issue is y'all secondary. That will be the issue because y'all have a defensive line. Mm-hmm. Y'all have a defensive line. I would take y'all I don't know, because Hubbard and company. Oh Lord, this is gonna be a good one. I think they've been playing every time they play. It's been about 3-20. I think what it was, 31, 28, 24, 27, 21, 24. So every time it's been about 3. So the game's been good in general. And yeah, I know people been saying they hungry. Well, hell, what you was full when it was 0-1, what you was full when it was 0-2, what your stomach was full when it was 0-3. So how the hell you think the Cincinnati Bengals feeling? Like they feeling the same way. So we shall see, Mark.
Yes. 27-24, 27-24, 34-31, Ike. So okay. You're spot on there. The NFC Championship game, 49ers and Eagles. Eagles are a 2-point favorite. Ike, Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, a tough stadium to go into and win. I know we both love the 49ers. We love Purdy and the whole story. Right. For me, these teams are so evenly matched. The 49ers defense is just nasty at every level. Right. I like the dogs up front for the Eagles, though, too. They have a good defensive line. To me, it's like who wins the battle between Hurts and Purdy. I'm going to go with Hurts. I could see Purdy if he wants to become a legend as the Mr. Irrelevant and going on the run and all of the comparisons to Tom Brady. I'm going to go with the Eagles in this matchup, though, especially considering they're at home. But we've got two great matchups this weekend.
No, Mark, you do. I mean, the Eagles have a loaded roster. The Eagles have two 1,000-yard receivers. They got a quarterback in Jalen Hurts. All he's done his whole life was come out of adversity, whether I'm at Alabama, Oklahoma, or getting drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. And that organization and that city is unsure on what they're going to get out of me. That's all Jalen Hurts been doing, just overcoming a lot of adversity. He's writing himself a good book for his career when it comes down to football. But Mark, as talented as the Eagles is, I gotta rock. I'm rocking with coaching staff. I got the best defensive coordinator in DeMarco Ryan sitting as a DC, and I have the best offensive coordinator in Kyle Shanahan sitting as the OC. So I'm saying this: I'm taking everything away from the field. I'm taking the players off the field. I'm going with the coaching staff, and the reason why I'm choosing the San Francisco 49ers is because I think they have the best OC and the best DC, and them two guys will win the game for the San Francisco 49ers.
What a run that would be too, Ike, because this was a team, and I said it, I left them for dead the minute Jimmy G went down. And the fact that they're even in this game is absolutely incredible. And it's incredible with how they've been able to bring Brock Purdy along, Ike. I thought there was no chance they would be here right now